Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome to Facebook Live Day. Today is June the 19th, Juneteenth, so welcome on in. We're going to create a really fun project today, y'all. I'm excited to share this with you. So if you're catching this part of the video, you are probably watching the replay. So welcome, replay crew. We love you. Glad you're here. I'm just checking positioning right quick with my camera. And we'll wait just a second to see if Facebook blesses me with notifications this morning. I know several of you know what time to meet me here, but it's always nice when Facebook sends out reminders. So very happy to be with you today. I've got Oliver here at my feet in the craft room. Oliver, the crafty pup. We're having a good day so far, trying to get some things accomplished. I want to say it's about 75, 76 degrees here in Texas, which is really lovely. I was out doing a little bit of laundry and realized, oh, it's beautiful outside. It's a little bit overcast, and I think we're supposed to get some rain. But hopefully it'll be a pretty good day. Let me know where you're watching from, how you're doing. We're glad you're here. Looks like we do have some hopping on with us, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our crafting. I hope you'll say hello. I can't see comments while I'm actually creating the card, but I always go back and read your comments. They mean so much to me. So as you hop in, I hope you'll hit that heart button and send up a heart for us. That reaction really helps with the algorithms of social media, and we appreciate it, and it encourages me. I'm going to turn my light up just a tiny bit. So we're creating a fun fold today, and this one is called a double gate fold card. Now this is not my design. I participated in a card swap with fellow demonstrators, and this one came to me from Karen Titus, and it's a double gate fold. I thought it was absolutely stunning using the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper. I love this paper. This is one of the images on the DSP that cuts out with one of the dies, and I'll show you those in just a minute. She put this belly band on this card, and this is just magical, I think. When you pull that open and you get to see the beautiful paper, and you still have plenty of room to write. It's, hidden when you write your message, and you've got it folded up, but such a striking Designer Series paper pack, and a beautiful fold to show it off. So I'm going to put this back on and set this aside. Now I wanted to talk just a little bit about Karen Titus. I love her. She is one of the top demonstrators in Stampin' Up, and I've been able to chat with her a couple of different times, just briefly, but I've met her at a couple different on-stage conventions that we've had, and just seeing her interact with people. She is just a super genuine, sweet lady, and her husband Tim helps her in her business, and he loves to craft too. And I just see a little parallel there, you guys. I have a crafty husband. She has a crafty husband. What's not to like about her, right? So she is just so, so sweet. And I've always enjoyed chatting with her. She always encourages people to come up to her, get pictures, say hi. So she's just a really kind soul. And I wanted to mention that right quick. All right, let's take a look at this beautiful paper, Mediterranean Blooms. You've seen me use it some. I love it. I've shared the video from Stampin' Up, from the concept artist and the artist that actually hand painted the tile and the fruit on this paper. And we've talked a little bit before about us getting to go visit our friends in Naples and actually seeing some of the beautiful tiles, the beautiful fruit, and the colors are just spot on. I love this paper. It's amazing. But not everybody does. And so what's great about, if you're not really into the fruit, you've got the beautiful tiles that you can use in several different scales several different sizes. So absolutely stunning paper with the Night of Navy, boho blue, and then I'm trying to think, balmy blue I think is the other color. Let's take a look at the Stamp and Die bundle. Now we're not using it today, but don't forget that we have that sale on bundles going on through the end of June. You can save an additional 10%. So 20% overall. It's not 10% on top of your 10% bundled savings. It's a true 20% off the retail price of the Stamps and Dies. It's Stamp Die bundles and also the cutting machine. So the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss and the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine through the end of end of June. So this is the stamp set. We are not using it today. Karen did not stamp on her card, and I just chose not to do that as well. And that's okay. We don't have to stamp every time, but wanted you to see the line images, the sentiments. It's a beautiful set. We will be using these products in stamp class in August, just kind of looking ahead. Here are the dies, and it's quite a large set of dies. First, you've got the ones that coordinate, one of them with the designer series paper to cut the fruit here that Karen used. And then you've also got some that stand alone, but really pretty dies. This is amazing. This, to me, is one of the big values of this die set. You've got these three pieces that layer together, but you can also use them separately, and they are fabulous, y'all. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful dies that you can do so much with, and they're designed, of course, to work with the designer series paper as well. So I thought I would show you, before we make our card, I thought I'd show you what we created for team meeting this month, because I did use these products. So this is the first card we made. Super simple, but that blue and white, you can't go wrong with that, right? So this is the die we used for that background piece, and just layered a sentiment over it. Stunning. I've cut this with a couple different colors to make the leaves, and it's very, very pretty, but I loved it in the white. And then the next project features this outline piece. So with the large tile motif, it lines up beautifully to cut that out as a big focal image on your card. You can see it covers most of the card front, and then just add a little sentiment, fussy cut those lemons for this one. So again, super simple, but oh my goodness, the colors are just so beautiful. And then this last one that has the intricate cuts, just so beautiful. We layered that over some designer series paper and added the fruit, the oranges that do cut out. That's the same that Karen used on her card. They cut out from the designer series paper, but you could stamp them and color them with your blends, your watercolor markers, your watercolor pencils, your water painter. You could just go crazy coloring with these images if you want to, but you don't have to, because you can fussy cut or die cut from the paper. Look at the dimension on that. Oh, it's just so pretty. And so this was our other project with this die. And let's get started crafting, y'all. So again, when I case, I like to call it copy and share with edits. I know some people say copy and share everything. I copy and share with edits, because what I find is when I'm inspired by someone else's project, it never quite turns out exactly like they do it. So mine is copy and share with edits, which is still super fun. So we are going to start with an 11 by 5.5 piece of thick basic white cardstock. And let me grab my notes so I give you the right measurements, because you're going to want to recreate this project, whether it's with the Mediterranean blooms or some other designer series paper. This would work with so many papers and would be absolutely fabulous. So 11 by 5.5, you're going to score it at 1 1/4 and then 3 3/8 from each end. So what I did was just put it in my trimmer, scored it, flipped the cardstock, put it in my trimmer, scored it again. 1 1/4, 3 3/8. And then you've got some pieces of designer series paper that we need. we need 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. So these are the 2 tile pieces with the large scale tile. We're gonna need 2 of those. 2 of those same size, 5 1/4 by 1 7/8, that are gonna go on the inside panel. And then we're going to need 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 1 inch for those outside panels. Line everything up here, keep organized. And then we've got a piece, I'm just using the regular basic white that's 8 1/2 by 1 inch. And that's gonna be our belly band. We'll go back to that in just a minute. Let's use our bone folder to reinforce those score lines so that we have a really nice gatefold, double gatefold card that meets up properly. I think this is an important step that a lot of times we can forget. And then where I cut, on this cut edge, the fibers are kind of ruffled. Ah! I think that was, is that a bug? I don't know what is going on with me and bugs. I'm seeing bugs, y'all. And you can tell, I don't like bugs. Okay, so there we go. That lines up just so nice. And that's gonna make our double gatefold. It's bug time in Texas. And then we're just gonna go ahead, I guess, and start adhering our DSP. That would be the next thing to do. So we'll start with our outside. The mosquitoes this year, because we have had so much rain, oh my word, they can practically pick you up and carry you away. And I don't like that. Okie dokie. I even noticed last night I was petting Oliver, and poor Oliver's got some bug bites. That boy loves to be outside too. So if you have a secret for getting rid of mosquitoes, something that really works, I know the citronella does pretty good, but if you have something that really works, let me know what it is. And we're looking forward like to going to 4th of July fireworks and that kind of stuff. And those bugs, they can ruin a party. Okay, I think that lined up pretty well. This one could have scooched up a little bit. I think it's going to be okay when we put our belly band and everything. Alrighty, so now we're going to put these pieces on the outside and get that adhered. Just trying to use a little bit of glue, a couple places. Y'all let me know what you think of this paper. I know so many of you love it, but then some are on the fence, so you know what my job is, and that is to get you off the fence and on Team Mediterranean Blooms. It's just so, so pretty. Okie dokie. Put this piece over here. Now think about the papers that you have in your stash and the many combinations that you could use, because you don't need really big pieces. So sometimes you could even probably use up some of your scraps. And, you know, think outside the box. Do all of these papers have to match exactly? I don't think so. And then we've got our bigger pieces that are going to go on the inside here. So the 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. And if you struggle with those 1/8 inch cutting measurements, just put it at 2 and don't worry about it. It still will work. You just will have a little bit less of a border on the sides. But I say go for it. Don't stress. And don't not make a project because it has math that's not fun. What math is fun? Don't tell Dale I said that. Okay, y'all, we are getting real close to finishing this project up. Can you believe how easily that comes together? So think about, this would make a absolutely stunning Christmas card to really show off your pretty papers. And you could just really get everything cut and ready to go and mass produce. That would be absolutely lovely. Oh, that is a bug. I hate them. Yuck. Ugh. Sorry, y'all. Okay. We'll carry on. I'm going to work on bone foldering one more time. My heartbeat. Sorry, y'all. Okay, now we're going to bring back in this piece. And I'm not going to worry with scoring it at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this around because it's just the basic white. You know, it's not the same as the thick, so it's going to work just fine. And I don't worry too much about getting it centered up. And it's not going to meet exactly here, and you don't want to pull that super tight, because if you do, you won't be able to get your belly band off and on. So there's a couple different things you can do. And what I did for my focal image was I took my Stylish Shapes and I cut out this piece of Designer Series paper. Could you fussy cut the lemons? Yes. Did I feel like it today? No, not really. So I just cut the focal image with the Stylish Shapes dies. That's what I did. So I could glue this together. And I went ahead and did a piece of basic white behind it so that I could mat that up and make that a little bit stronger. I'll show you on Karen's. You know, that's just the Designer Series paper. So what I've noticed is this has already kind of gotten a little bit bent up. And I mean, of course, you can be careful with it and that's fine, but I thought that would give this a little bit more strength. The other thing that I could do is put this underneath my belly band, and it would give it a little bit more finished edge, so that way where that gap is would be covered. Who knows? Let's go ahead and do it that way. Let's just go ahead and go for it. So what I'll do is put a little liquid glue here on the end of each side. And then kind of make sure I've got that centered up. Bring that piece over. Get a little glue on my fingers because, you know, that's how I roll. Or a lot of glue on my fingers. Now I've got a lot of glue on my fingers, y'all. Well, this went off the rails, didn't it? Get down, Alls. Get down, Oliver. Okay. Yeah, I got a little glue on my fingers, but I think we're going to make it. So then we can pop this on. And this would probably be a lot easier if I did this part off of my card, so I don't have any more oopsies. So now that'll show you. I'll have a nice finished look on the back. Okay. What do y'all think? I like it. Let me get a little glue off of my fingers right quick. I was able to kind of hide that excess glue underneath there too, so it's going to be okay. And then Cassandra taught us a trick. This was quite a while back that she taught us this, but you may not know it. You can either use a glue eraser, And we don't sell them at Stampin' Up, but you can find them like on Amazon and stuff. Scrapbook stores, our local scrapbook store has them. And let me see if I can find mine real quick. It's down in my cart. Oh, I can feel it. Here it is. So you can use a glue eraser like this once your glue dries. If you don't have one of these, take your powder tool for embossing, and once the glue is dry, tap a little of that powder, that talcum powder, on there, and it will take the stickiness off the glue. So let it dry first. And now we'll make sure I didn't do that too tight. Here is our version, y'all. We use the lemons where Karen used the oranges. I love the fruit. So, so beautiful. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know what you think about this project. I loved it. I think that the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper is absolutely stunning. I thought Karen's design was so beautiful. So here is our copy and share with edits. A little bit different than hers, but the same for the most part. Now you could certainly add a sentiment there. You could add sentiment on the inside. You could even stamp some of those line images and write your message over that if you stamped them maybe with the balmy blue, something light, just to give it a cool effect on the inside. Lots and lots of options. Lots of fun with this beautiful paper. Okay, I'm trying to think if I have any announcements other than the sale that's going on, the bundle sale that's going on, and also the die cut machines. So amazing. We do have bingo coming up, but of course registration has closed for that. And I guess that's it. We'll go ahead, and I don't think I showed you where the Mediterranean Bloom Suite is in the annual catalog, page 34 and 35. And I know what else I didn't do, and that is to add some embellishments to the project. So with this suite is the opal rounds, and they are fabulous. Can't find mine. I know I have some left. I've used quite a few of those already, but I do have some left. I just can't find them. So another embellishment that I'm in love with right now is the transparent adhesive backed embellishments, and they have beautiful colors that work super well with this suite. So let's come in here. Let's just add a couple, and we'll go with the yellow ones. That'll be pretty. Maybe just one more. Oops. Maybe right there. Okay, that finishes it up, doesn't it? Let's do our giveaway. Last week I had a package of Stampin' Dimensionals that is our giveaway, and the way that you're entered for a chance to win is to either share the video, send up a reaction, which includes the hearts and the thumbs up, or leave a comment. So Sharon Wright is the winner through random drawing of our Stampin' Dimensionals from last week. And then I just so happen to have a package of the transparent adhesive backed dots that I just used on our project. So that will be our giveaway for today. If you would like a chance to win, all you have to do is leave a comment, send up a heart. We love those hearts. And that will enter you for a chance to win. We'll announce the winner next week. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. Hope you had a little fun being inspired with the Mediterranean blooms. And I will see you again next week. It's time for Oliver's Treat, so we'll see you later. Bye.